Hi there, it's Frank Foley again with another little literary takeaway for you. This one from the play Hamlet by William Shakespeare, published in 1598-99, somewhere around that time. One of the great works of literature, obviously, and I'm just going to talk about a couple of lines right at the beginning of the play, something that hooked me as someone returning to education in my early 20s. I didn't have a huge history of studying literature, so the things I was studying back then were new and dazzling, really. And when my tutor at the time, a lovely lady actually called Elizabeth Barclay, thank you Elizabeth, when she pointed out to the class this little complexity at the beginning of the play, it kind of blew my mind. It was this 400-year-old text. It was Shakespeare, and she brought it to life with this explanation, and from that moment I was hooked. So what you've got, the setting basically, is that this Danish kingdom at Elsinore Castle is on alert. The old king Hamlet has just died, and young Fortinbras, who's a Norwegian prince, has been making some aggressive proclamations, if you like, towards Denmark because of some old grievances, and there's this sense that they might be attacked by Fortinbras's army. So there's confusion and turmoil in the state of Denmark, and Shakespeare managed to capture this in a few lines right at the very beginning of the play. So you have the stage direction is enter Bernardo and Francisco, two sentinels, and Bernardo speaks first and he says, "Who's there?" And Francisco says, "Nay, answer me, stand and unfold yourself." Bernardo says, "Long live the king." Francisco says, "Bernardo?" A question. Bernardo says, "He, it's me." And then Francisco says, "You come most carefully upon your hour." Now, you can read through that and not understand the significance of what just happened there. And this is, as I said, this lovely lady, Elizabeth Barclay, was a magnificent teacher, kind of kindled all the enthusiasm I had coming back into education. But what just happened there was really interesting. Bernardo speaks first and says, "Who's there?" But he's coming to his watch. He's actually not on guard. Francisco is on guard. Francisco is guarding the post. So he's the one that should be questioning who's going about. If someone comes up that he doesn't know, it's like, "Who are you? Give me your identification," kind of thing. But he doesn't do that. He either doesn't see Bernardo, or however the director wants to stage it. It's Francisco who's on guard, and as I say, he should be interrogating whoever's coming up. But it's actually Bernardo who says the first question, "Who's there?" And Francisco corrects him, "Nay, hold on a second, you tell me who you are." And then they kind of work it out, and they know each other, obviously, because they're guards. But again, this is the quality of literary writing. There's this underlying complexity in human interrelationship. It happens all the time. It happens sitting down for a coffee with your friend when someone owes somebody money and you can't talk about it. Our lives are filled with confusion and complexity, and we negotiate those. Sometimes we don't negotiate them, but we manage to get around them with talking and conversation and that kind of thing. Literary writing tries to demonstrate those. It doesn't necessarily make a judgment about them, but it tries to demonstrate those difficulties and those confusions and those, the idiosyncrasies and the nuances and the different perspectives of our daily interactions. And Shakespeare 400 years ago understood that. And this is one of those complexities. Going for a coffee with your friend is one thing. Standing on guard when the state is imminently going to be attacked is what they think. That's a whole new level of tension there. And Francisco and Bernardo are rightly on edge. So Bernardo's coming to his watch, and he's spooked already before he's even on guard. "Who's there?" Francisco's like, No, you tell me. I think it's such a great demonstration of how literary writing can work, and it can be so much deeper. You can read between the lines of it and get hidden fruit, if you like, hidden treasure there. There's, especially in this play, there's riches to be had in every line, little nuances and little takeaways. Not the big set piece to be or not to be speeches that we know, just the little asides and the little in-betweens and beneath the surface little deft touches, and this is one of them. Shakespeare understood how to create, with economy of style, how to create tension right from the very beginning. So that's my little takeaway from Hamlet by William Shakespeare, and I thank you.